Okay.
So I should ask of the contestants who is unfamiliar with Jeopardy.
I am familiar with the concept. I have not really like watched it
Okay.
fully. Like I'm aware of the concept, but I'm not.
This is not a full one-to-one Jeopardy ripoff. I will not force you to answer in the form of a question.
Oh, thank God.
There's no unique answering style. But each of the categories relate to a thing, kind of like the Jeopardy categories. All right. Are we all ready to go?
Not gonna make us give
I'm
answering a question for me. Come on.
I'm good now. I just had
Perfect. Ah, yes, the backwards me.
Yeah. Cabert Zella.
Mm-hmm. All right. So our categories today are a currency, where I will give you a video game currency and you have to tell me the game series that currency is from. You know what? I am gonna leave this playing in the background. We have a working as intended, where I will give you a patch note for a game and you have to tell me what game that patch note is from. Who even was that? Where I will show you a silhouette of a character and you have to tell me who that silhouette belongs to.
Oh, I'm gonna fail that one.
Pikachu.
That's gonna be impossible.
Legendary
I can't
arms.
even.
Well, Mel. Legendary arms. I'm gonna give you a description of a famous weapon, and you have to tell me what the weapon is or the game the weapon came from. And tuned in, where I'm going to play you a soundbite from a game, and you have to tell me either the name of the song or the game the song is from. You give me either one, they'll count for points.
Time to turn up. Oh, I should not turn it to 200%, maybe. Okay.
It might be a bit loud.
Yeah, 125% is good. You should play like a demo that's not one of the songs. Okay.
Oh, play like a demo.
Well, not like. I mean, I assume you just turn on some sort of music. So as long
Yeah,
as
there's like a background music playing right now. That's like probably half the volume that the music is gonna play at. Hopefully.
Oh, okay.
Fingers crossed.
I'll turn that back down a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Through completely random and arbitrary means that I'm currently stalling for time for, and not at all that I've already decided and totally am not deciding to do right at this moment. One of you will start this game and it will be
Oh God.
Vilgray.
Oh, good.
Phew.
Great.
Pick a category.
Ooh. Who even was that for? 2000?
Who even was that for 2,000?
Yeah.
All right. Buzzers at the ready. For 2,000 points, tell me, contestants, who even was that? Hanedu. Hanedu, you are buzzed in. Would you like to tell me who even was that?
Sorry, I was muted. Who is Soul Bad Guy from Guilty Gear?
That's correct. That is Soul Bad Guy from Guilty Gear.
I've never
get me into Guilty Gear.
I've never seen this man once in my life.
Soul Bad Guy.
Who's that? Why is his waist snatched?
Because it's for you to grab,
Yeah,
obviously.
That's Soul Bad Guy.
Sick. Where do I find this game?
Guilty Gear.
That is Guilty Gear.
I will
lovely.
send you stuff later if you would like.
Is he in Strive?
Sure.
He is in Strive. He's the main character of Guilty Gear.
Yeah.
Well, in line,
the
thank
protagonist.
you for the birthday wishes. Appreciate you. All right, Hanedu, you got that right. So you get to pick our next category.
I choose Legendary Arms for 1,000.
Legendary arms for
Ooh, boy.
1,000. I will read you the description of a weapon, and you have to tell me what that weapon is. Known as the Blade of Evil's Bane, this famous blade can shoot bolts of energy if the wielder is full of vitality. Hanedu, with the quick fingers, Hanedu, can you tell me the name of this sword?
I'm gonna go with what is the Master Sword?
That is correct. It is the Master
What?
Sword.
Master Sword, yeah.
I can do that.
It
Yeah,
sure
full health, it
can.
shoot out blades
Oh,
of light.
cool.
It sure
I have
can.
only played Breath of the Wild.
That would make it a little tricky because I'm pretty sure in that game you cannot shoot bolts of energy with
Yeah,
the
and also
Master
your
Sword.
sword
Actually,
breaks.
It
Yeah,
does
I'll-
glow, however.
That's fair. That's fair.
Alluding to this. Hanedu, you have control of the board again. Please pick a category.
I'll choose currency for 2,000.
Currency for 2,000. I'll give you a currency. You have to tell me what game it's from. Can you tell me what game are rupees from? Veiled Grey.
Legend of Zelda.
Oh, that is correct.
At least I knew that one this time. That's good.
Nice.
Proud
did.
of
I
you.
pressed my buzzer.
You did.
You did press your buzzer.
2,000 points for Veiled Grey. Congratulations. Grey, you have control of the board. Oop, that's the wrong.
Working as intended for 1,000.
This one's still
Oh,
played.
boy.
Or that one. Perfect. I'm sorry, working as intended for how much?
1,000.
1,000.
Actually,
All right.
2,000. Since you know what, it's got a little red on it.
Oh, thank you. What a saint. Working as intended for 2,000. Tell me, what game is this patch note from? Graphics were not displayed correctly when using the Eat Pizza emote with a specific in-game race face type. Veiled Grey? You buzzed in
you
first?
Just forgot to. Well, you.
Oh,
forgot
I
to
did. I'm
clear
sorry.
the
I didn't clear the
buzzer.
buzzers. I'm
But
so
I
sorry.
was I was rapid fire.
All right. I did. You're
You can
right. I
have
did
it.
forget to clear the buzzers.
That is Final Fantasy 14.
That is a patch note from Final Fantasy 14.
Okay,
yes.
I need clips of that.
The male
think.
or raw face would twist completely upside down when using
What?
the
Ooh,
Eat
ew.
Pizza emote. It was
Wait, do
awful.
we have a video of that? Because that's amazing.
I do not, but it does exist.
Oh.
I have seen it.
I'll Google it after.
If you have not already seen it, look it up. It is incredible. It's the male or raw face.
Interesting.
Don't worry, Chad. I've got you guys. Oh no, it's a TikTok video. Just kidding. Horrible. Wait, hold on. There's a YouTube video.
Excellent.
Okay. I'll do. Well, we're tuned in for 3,000.
Tuned in for 3,000. All right, I'm going to pause the background music. I've cleared the buzzers. I'm sorry, how much for? Again, my apologies.
3,000.
For 3,000. Tuned in for 3,000 gamers. Tell me, what audio track is this, or what game is it from?
Ooh,
Hanedu, you have buzzed in.
What is Donkey Kong Country?
What is Donkey Kong Country? Hanedu, that is correct. This is Jungle Groove from Donkey Kong
Ah.
Country.
nice.
See,
I'm surprised.
I would have only been able to say Donkey Kong.
Fair.
That's the first level.
This is Jungle
is that the first level?
Groove.
Or is it the
Yes.
fourth level?
It's one.
It's the first level.
One of the first two. Yeah.
No, it can't be the second one because the second one is a caves level.
Yes, that is correct. So yeah, it's the 1st
I'm
one.
not flexing. I was watching someone speedrun it recently.
Oh, that's great.
Like I don't just
Alright.
know that off the top of my head. I promise.
All right, Nedu, you're in control of the board. Pick a category.
Let's go for a hard one. Who even was that for 5,000?
Who even wants that for 5,000? Contestants, tell me, who even was that? Hanedu, first to buzz in. Hanedu, who even was that?
Who's Karlak?
That is correct. That is Karlak from Baldur's Gate 3. Quick maths, tell me you have that many points. Oh no.
Did you break something?
I may have only tested up to 4 digits with the scorecard, but it's fine. We can make
okay, I'll just not
adjustments
take
on
any
the
more points.
fly.
Yeah. You just have to sit out for a minute.
What happens if someone gets all of the points?
That is a lot of points. No one has done it so far.
All right, I need to start. Where's a baseball bat? I gotta steal some people's points.
All right, Hanedu, you got that question correct, so you get to pick another category.
Legendary arms for 3,000.
Legendary arms for 3,000. Gamers, name this devil sword known for its pizza-loving, demon-slaying wielder and its skull and ribcage crossguard.
Oh.
I don't know the sword.
Me neither.
And then who buzzed in? Can you name this sword?
I don't remember the name of the sword, but I'm pretty sure that's Dante's sword from Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
You got the game. I'll give it to you. It is
Damn it.
Rebellion from Devil May Cry.
I should have buzzed it. I actually knew it. I at least knew what game that was from.
Yes,
Yeah,
I will
couldn't
accept.
think of the name of the sword itself.
I will accept the name of the game that it is from.
Cool.
You gotta start throwing in some curveballs. Working as an end for 1,000.
Working as intended for 1,000. All right, clear the buzzers.
Clear the board, yeah.
Working as intended for 1,000 gamers. It is no longer possible to try for baby with the Grim Reaper. Shell for brains. Quick with the buzzer.
A game that I know about. That's the fucking Sims, baby.
That is The Sims 3. You are correct.
Which, listen, not being
Shell
able
for
to try
brains
for
on the
baby
board.
with the Grim Reaper is a travesty, and it should have been allowed. That's all I'm gonna say.
You should have just got a little Skella baby.
Lamau.
Exactly.
One of the most unhinged patch notes I've ever read. It was
It's so good.
It was tough trying to figure out which patch note from that set.
Oh, you don't have
Just
any more?
that one
That's
set
good.
of
There's
patch
some-
notes.
There's some messed up ones for sure.
My favorite is the longest one where they basically describe to you how meteors work in The Sims, and how people will evacuate before they are before the meteor hits. They'll like evacuate the building unless it's a
unless
school
they're
in
in
which
school.
children are not allowed to leave and will be killed by the meteor. It's
Oh no.
if you've never read the Sims 3 patch notes, do yourself a favor. There's a bunch of YouTube videos with like dramatic readings. Just look it up. It's an absolute like 10-minute just joy, top to bottom. Shell for brains, you got that question right. Pick a category.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm staying away from the who even was that in legendary arms categories, I think. Let's do currency for 1,000.
Currency for 1,000. All right, gamers, tell me what currency or what game is Gil from? Ooh, Hanedu, quick with the buzzer. Hanedu, what is Gil from?
What is Final Fantasy?
That is correct. Gil is from the Final Fantasy series. Another 1,000 points to you.
I'm sorry, I stole one of the few you know by heart.
quickest fingers in the
Quickest
west.
hand on the west.
Hey, at least it's just my fingers that are quick and not something else.
Hey, yo, this is a family-friendly game show.
Do
I
you-
need you to keep the flirting to a minimum.
Do you want that to be quick though? I feel like you don't.
No, that's the point. Is that the fingers are. You know what? Let's just move on and do currency for 3,000.
Currency for 3,000.
I'm
Very good.
aborting this entirely.
We're killing this joke now.
I have jumped out a window.
Currency for 3,000. Gamers, can you tell me what is money from? Ooh, Veil Grey, quick with the buzzer. Veil Grey, what is
Oh,
money
no.
from?
Oh, I know.
Kingdom Hearts.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Money is from Kingdom Hearts.
Very good.
I've
I
played
doubted
half a game
myself.
of Kingdom Hearts, guys.
Hell yeah.
You did the intro.
Basically played it at a friend's house one time.
Dude, I love Kingdom Hearts.
I need to play through the
Mhm.
series.
It
a
was-
plan, it's a goal.
It was
Me too.
very difficult to not just do all of the games that I like playing in my own quiz show, because there's some on here that would be impossible if I didn't branch out at least a little bit.
That's fair.
Alrighty, let's reset the buzzer. Great, you are in control of the board. Pick a category.
Who even is that for 1,000?
Who even was that for 1,000 gamers? Tell me, who even was that? Ooh, Hanedu, quick on the buzzer. Hanedu, who even was that?
Oh God, it's so tragic. That's Solarva store. A store
That is
from,
correct.
Oh.
1,000 points to you.
Whoops.
Shell is preemptively buzzed in for the next question.
No, I'm definitely not.
Do you know who that is, Shell?
No. Wait. Wait. No.
Do you know what- do you know what
do,
it's
you
from?
just
Is
don't
this
know.
from
Yeah.
the Dark Souls?
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
I've seen the meme,
Yeah.
I just don't know the name or
Yeah,
Use,
it's
like,
Because you
what
played
theme
Dark
is
Souls
based on.
3. He's from Dark
Mhm.
Souls 1.
Ah, gotcha. Very good.
that was weird. I
There
don't
you
know
go.
why we saw Soul Bad Guy again. Who even was that for? 1,000 points. Hanedu.
Let's do tuned in for the final 1,000.
Tuned in for 1,000. Pause the music, gamers. Tell me, what is the name of this song, or where's it from?
Oh no.
I like it.
I don't actually know what game it's from.
I'm just gonna buzz with a guess. I can only guess the game too.
All right.
Is it from Star Fox?
Ooh,
I
that
didn't
is
think so.
not from Star Fox. It's going to be minus
Can
1,000
I
points.
steal it?
You can,
Go
if
for
you
it.
want to buzz in. Nobody has gotten it. Hanedu.
I think it's from Street Fighter.
I'm going to need a specific
Like-
Street Fighter.
Street Fighter 2
Ooh.
Turbo. It's one of the retro ones.
I'll take it.
It's
Then
one of the
Street Fighter
arcade ones.
2. That is Guile's theme.
Ah, hell yeah. Yeah, I was like, it's got to be one of the old fighting games. I just don't know which one.
It sure was. Love Guile's theme. A classic. All right, Hanedu, you're in the board. You're in control of the board. Pick a category.
I'm in control of the board. Working is intended for 5,000.
Working is intended for 5,000 gamers. What patch note is fixed C4 stuck spot, holes in the world, and non-solids causing problems?
God, that could be so many things.
It could be a lot.
Hanedu.
I'm gonna go basic bitch and say, what is Counter-Strike source?
I will give it to you because it is Counter-Strike Global Offensive.
Oh, that would have been my guess. I just didn't trust. It was a wild
Go
guess.
for gold, Shell.
Yeah, you gotta
What
gotta
was
gold
it?
for gold.
All right, yeah, you're right.
That is, in fact, CSGO.
Wild.
All right.
You're right, this is a very soft pizza.
That's what happens when
Oh,
you cook
God.
it on cardboard.
Well, I didn't do it on purpose. I was kind of in a rush for a certain reason.
It could have been anything.
Coulda.
All right, Anedu, pick a category.
Working is intended for 3,000.
Working is intended for 3,000 gamers. This patch note: Dragon Head glitch, Snuggly, and Magic Shield glitches fixed.
Snuggly?
Snuggly, yep. Anybody want to buzz in? Anybody want to take a chance? 5
I have
seconds.
no idea.
I'm gonna buzz and say something wrong.
All right, Shell for brains.
I'm just gonna say League of Legends, and I know it's not it.
That is incorrect. It is not League of Legends.
I have no idea.
Anedu.
Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim.
That is also incorrect.
I'm just trying to see if there could be anything. But I'm
Gray, do you want to take a guess?
I don't even have a guess to venture. No, I'll pass.
Can I put a second
right.
guess in?
For sure. No points, but for sure.
What's the game with the cute dragon? Spyro?
It is not Spyro. No.
Okay, fair enough.
This patch note is from Dark Souls.
What?
Yeah. Dark Souls. Dark Souls patch notes are a little weird because they don't actually have full fixes in them. They're just keywords like that. And they only post them to an online Dark Souls forum.
What does? Do you know what snuggly meant?
Yeah, what's
Nope.
snuggly?
Couldn't fucking tell you.
I have ideas
Wild.
of what it might be. That was
Oh,
another
Snuggly the
really
Crow.
good guess.
Mm.
Yeah.
Snuggly the
Oh.
Crow. I remember her. Got to be
Yeah.
friends with her.
Yeah.
Aw.
So yeah, Dark Souls patch notes. Interesting
That
read.
was
They
the
are,
same thing.
if you don't know anything about Dark Souls, they are the most like rune script walls of text you've ever read in your life. They're like, this could be anything.
So they're Dark Souls.
Yeah, exactly. All right, nobody got that one. So Hanedu, you are still in control of the board.
Who even was that for 3,000?
Who even was that for 3,000 gamers? Tell me, who even was that? Gray.
That's 2B. Nope.
That is correct. That is to be.
Ooh.
Or
You
not
could have
to
really
be.
fucked us with that one with having
I
2B.
Yeah, it's 2P.
as soon as I said 2B, I panicked.
No, I'm not
Trick
that
question.
mean in this particular quiz.
Oh, okay.
There are no trick questions.
That's good.
Is there a daily double?
There is not a daily double. I did not think that
What?
far ahead. I'm sorry. Vale Gray, you got that one right. You are in control of the board. Pick a category.
You know what? We'll keep going across the board. Legendary arms for 2,000, please.
Legendary arms for 2,000. All right, gamers, tell me. Whomsoever takes up this blade shall wield power eternal. Just as the blade rends flesh, so must power scar the spirit.
It's edgy for sure.
Very edgy.
Very edgy.
Hmm.
All right, did anybody want to wager a guess? Hanedu.
I'm gonna wager a guess that that's from Legacy of Kain.
That is incorrect. It is not
Ah.
Legacy of Kain. Anybody else want to wager a guess?
I got nothing.
Alrighty, I'm gonna say no points for that one. This is the item description for Frostborn from World of Warcraft.
Who
I
plays
should have
that?
known that one. I should have known that one.
Who plays WoW? In
I
this day and
never
age?
never gave a shit about Arthas because he's such a fucking whiny bitch boy.
He is a whiny bitch, but he does have a cool fucking sword.
Why does
Yeah.
why does Shell have negative 2,000?
Because Shell got a question wrong worth 3,000
Oh,
points
man,
and
I'm
only
not
had
guessing.
1,000
Wait, did I
points.
actually?
Yeah.
Shit. I forgot how that worked.
you do
I
lose
forgot
points for
too.
an incorrect guess.
Oh,
All
my
right.
Sims points.
Oh.
You still have them. They're just compounded by a negative set of points.
Fair enough.
Veiled Gray, nobody got that one right, so you get to pick another category.
Tuned in for 2,000.
Tuned in for 2,000. Alrighty. Gamers, tell me. What song or what game is this from? Hanedu.
That is from Sonic 2.
That is correct. This is Chemical Plant Zone from Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Ooh.
I know that song very specifically. I love that fucking song.
It's a banger track.
It is such a
Banger
good fucking
track.
song.
That is, if you're aware of that one, that is neuron activated. Like, just sit up. You're like,
instant recognition.
Chemical Plant 2.
The chemical plant is my brain, and that activated them.
Yep.
Oh,
Johnny, thank you for the happy
games I have
birthday.
never played for.
Oh,
Me too.
Sonic is it sure is a video game that I love to death.
But the worst part is that game probably came out before some of you were born. I played that on the Sega Genesis in like 1994.
Yeah. I also played that on Sega Genesis, but in like 98. How does
Yeah.
Shell have negative 2,000 points? Shell got a 1,000 point question correct,
Because
and
I'm
then
bad,
Shell got
okay?
a-
Stop asking.
No, it's because we're faster.
Don't
That's
even rub it in.
yeah.
I'll take currency for 4,000.
Currency for 4,000. All right, gamers, can you tell me what currency is the euro dollar? Hanedu.
Cyberpunk 2077.
Damn it.
That is correct. Also known as an
Oh,
eddy.
Shell.
The euro dollar is from Cyberpunk 2077.
I gotta stop letting myself second guess myself.
Yeah, you gotta,
Yeah,
you gotta be
just go for it.
confident with your buzzer.
Doubt it, Adel. But you never know.
I believe in you.
All right, Nedu. Pick a
Let's
category.
say tuned in for 5,000.
Tuned in for 5,000. All right, gamers, tell me. What song is this?
Oh, it's
You know.
so. It's.
Shelf for brains.
Is this from Phoenix, right?
This is from
Ace
Phoenix
Attorney?
Wright Ace Attorney.
Let's go.
This is the Pursuit Cornered theme from
It's so
Phoenix
good.
Wright Ace Attorney.
I just remember staring at the screen, listening to this blast in my ears, trying to pick the right the right
Mhm.
thing.
Shell's out here like,
Oh,
Shell just hit the buzzer.
It's well, it sounded familiar, but I couldn't find it in my brain. I was like flipping through my catalog of things and I couldn't find it.
Gotta flip through the jukebox of your mind. Be like,
Yeah,
where
yeah.
is it? Where is it? Watching
Sure,
the disc
positive
slowly
points.
spin around. All right,
Part of
Shelf for
looking
brains.
let the
Discreet.
game- Just let them play all the way through so we can just vibe.
Just vibe.
Mm.
Dude, there's a lot of these are huge bops. I would absolutely. Shelf for brains. You got that one right, so you get to pick the next category.
Oh shit. Let's do who even was that for 4,000. I want to get
Who
out of the
even
way.
was that for 4,000? All right, let's clear the category. Gamers, can you tell me who even was that? Ooh,
Oh.
They're great.
8 milliseconds.
By 8 milliseconds, tell me who even was that?
That would be Sora.
That is correct. That is
You
Sora.
You should have put Roxas just to like fuck
You
with.
should have
Just absolutely brain twister.
I would have just been like, nope, gone.
Yeah, just like the 2P thing where it's no,
Yeah.
that's a 2P. Fuck.
Yeah.
Mm.
This is actually Sora in the shadow form from Kingdom Hearts 2.
Mm-hmm.
You just like keep the silhouette. It's Clefairy. This is Voltorb. No,
From
it
the
is
top.
it is Jigglypuff as seen from above.
Yep. I remember that episode.
it's Vanitas, the ultimate third twist.
Oh my god.
All right.
Let's
Veil Gray, you got that one
do-
correct.
Let's finish out currency for 5,000.
Let's finish out currency for 5,000. Gamers, can you tell me what game is Lucre from? Seen a lot of blank stares. Anedu, do you want to wager a guess?
I have 2 options and I got a 50-50 on this one. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag.
It is not Assassin's Creed.
I was hoping that if I was specific enough.
No. Does anybody else want to wager a guess at Lucre?
Nope.
I don't want to lose any
It
points.
sounds really familiar, but I also don't want to lose any points. so-
All right, no
Cowards,
points.
the lot
No
of you.
points for that one.
Yeah.
This one's
I'll
a
let
this
you
one's a
lose your
Nox
points.
Lumina special. Lucre is from the Mana series.
Oh no, I haven't played that.
I was
so
wrong on
that.
that one too.
Yeah, this one. Mana series, fantastic. Love the Mana series. There's a whole bunch of games. Sword of Mana, Legend of Mana. Go play them. They're fantastic. But that was definitely a. I don't
Okay.
think anyone's gonna get this but me, but I want it in there anyway.
That's why it's the 5,000 one.
That's why it's the 5,000. There are some of these though that are like they don't deserve to be as low as they are. They could have been much higher up, but what's scaling? I believe Ray is still in control of the board.
I believe so too. So I will do working as intended for 4,000.
Working as intended for 4,000. Getting to the bottom of the board here. Gamers, please tell me. We fixed an issue where the game mode was not displayed correctly on the God Select screen after multi-queuing. Veiled Gray, you've buzzed
Ooh.
in.
What is Smite?
That is correct. This
Oh my
is
God.
Smite.
Wow.
Yeah, I
Nice.
only guessed because I was like, the only thing I know where you can choose gods to play as
Mhm.
is Smite.
Is
I was
Smite.
thinking it was
As an-
black
as
and white.
a-
Mm.
Yeah, it's I think I played it exactly once, like way back when it started, and then I was like,
Yeah.
"Nah, this is boring." Just didn't go back.
All right, Gray, you got that one. Pick the next category.
All right, legendary. No, tuned in for 4,000.
Tuned in
Oh,
for
boy.
4,000. All
I'm
righty.
just finishing out categories.
Finishing out the category. Gamers, tell me, what game is this from?
I hate it because I think I know this one.
Oh my god, I know this song.
I don't know it, but it goes hard, and I'm enjoying it.
It does go hard.
Dude, SNES era games had the best soundtracks.
It's true.
Go listen to the Power Rangers SNES entire OST, fucking banger.
Top to bottom. All right, gamers. Any
know.
guesses?
If someone in my
Once-
chat knows it, can you give them
twice.
points?
Just play,
No.
just play
But
it
chat
again.
can
I wanna
play.
listen to-
Chat can play along at home.
I just want to listen to it again because I know that song.
I will put it on in the background, but no points for this round. This is Dr. Wily's Castle from Mega Man 2.
I now no longer know how I know that song, but I know that song.
I was thinking it was like a classic Castlevania one.
It's a similar soundscape, but a little different. Yeah, Mega Man
Yeah.
2. An absolute
I've never played any of the Mega Man stuff, so.
banger. Even if you have never played Mega Man or don't plan on playing it, I highly recommend looking up the OSTs because they are great.
Seriously, what I
Fair
said
enough.
about the Power Rangers game. It's fantastic.
Fantastic. Veiled Gray, still in control of the board. Pick a category.
Oh man. Okay. Well, let's do Legendary Arms for 4,000.
Legendary Arms for 4,000. Gamers, tell me, this shining sword of legend seems a little underpowered, but talk about legendary handling. Shelfer Brains.
Oh no! I think I.
No, do it. Do it.
I actually have. No, I actually don't know it. I actually. It's super wrong. My brain went to Kirby first, and I don't know why, but I think it's incredibly out of left field.
It is not from Kirby.
Yeah, I did
no.
not think so.
Hold on. I have
It was
to.
worth a shot.
What is the name of this fucking video game series? I know that the character's name, but I can't think of the name of the character.
Mhm. All right, 5 seconds. Anybody want to wager a guess?
Okay, I want to wager a guess.
All right, Hanedu.
I think it's from Disgaea.
It is not from Disgaea, no.
I figured it had the kind of humor that they would have had.
I will give you credit. It is that same level of humor, but it is not Disgaea. Veiled Gray, do you want to wager a guess?
And chance the losing points? No, thank
Come on,
you.
join
No,
us.
I'm not even looking at the points. I have the screen
All right.
covered.
That is Excalibur from Final Fantasy V.
Oh.
It is exactly like Excalibur, in all like look, feel, everything. But anytime you hit anybody with it, it deals 1 damage.
Nice.
I remember that now.
It
I
is
would not have guessed it for sure, but.
it is Gilgamesh's weapon.
Oh,
Fucking
fantastic.
Gilgamesh.
Oh,
Yep. He's on the quest to look for the ultimate blade and thinks he found Excalibur, and then he goes to destroy you with it, and it does no damage. He's just like, what?
absolutely amazing.
Amazing.
All right. Last up on the board is Legendary Arms for 5,000. Gamers, tell me, a king's fortune, but at what cost?
This also sounds really.
I got nothing.
Got nothing? Anybody want to wager a guess? 3, 2, 1. No guesses, no points for this one. And I know you might kick yourself a little bit. This is the Sword of Damocles from Binding of Isaac.
I've never played that, so I'm happy to
Yeah.
have not made that guess.
Not a weapon I would assume you would ever pick up much, but Sword of Damocles, I had to pick it. It's like real world weapon.
That's pretty good.
All right. So at the end of the first round, we have Hanedu at 15,000 points. Veiled Grey at 17,000 points. And Shell for Brains with minus 1,000 points. But there's always a chance to
there's
bring
more?
it back. Yes, there's 2 rounds
Oh,
of
shit.
Jeopardy.
Sick.
And still no daily double.
No
There's
daily
some games
double.
that haven't been mentioned that I'm waiting for.
Oh no.
Kill. Oh boy.
Ignore
Old
that.
School.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh,
Food
no.
stuff's I'm here for.
Fish? Fish, you say? Interesting.
Oh, this
Next
is gonna
round.
be great.
Our
I'm
new
actually gonna feel
categories.
kinda confident.
World Geography, where I'm going to show you a map in a game and you have to tell me what the map is or what game the map is from. Fish On, where I will give you a description of a fish as well as a picture of said fish, and you have to tell me what game the fish is from. Quote me on that. I'm going to give you an in-game quote from a popular game or character, and you have to tell me what character or what game it's from. Old School are NES and SNES era questions, and you have to tell me just the answer to the question. It's just a standard trivia. And foodstuffs, I'm going to show you a picture of a food, and you have to tell me what game that food is from. Shell for Brains. Being behind, I'm going to let you take first crack at the board.
Wow.
All right.
So
Uh,
generous.
Do I want to start with something I think I can do, or do I want to get something out of the way? Is the question.
Up to you.
And we'll get to them all eventually.
I
I'm
just
gonna
realized
pick.
none of these are doubled.
I'm gonna do World Geography for 3,000.
Geography. I did have them doubled at first, but then I was like, the point economy, if I do these back to back, is gonna get out of hand. So
Yeah, you gotta drop a 0 off of some of these.
yeah. World Geography for 3,000.
Yep.
Alrighty, gamers, tell me, what map is this?
Oh, I'm in the wrong tab.
Haneru.
That is the Kanto region from Pokemon Red and Blue.
That is correct.
Ooh.
I am very impressed.
I haven't played that
Why?
one.
I have, but it has been way too long, and honestly, that picture looks way too shiny for my like old brick Game Boy. So
Was that from
That was from
Was that
Fire
from the
Red
remakes?
and Leaf Green. Yeah.
disgusting, absolutely disgusting. Not
I had a
using
feeling it was.
OG.
It wasn't a screenshot from the original game. I thought it was a promo picture from like a game.
I wanted to
Mm,
maybe throw you off
like
a
a
little
game guide
bit,
or
but
something.
Mm-hmm.
all right, Haneru, pick a category.
Let's go with quote me on that for 2,000.
Quote me on that for 2,000. Gamers, tell me who said this. Back in my day, we didn't have any fancy tanks. We had sticks, 2 sticks, and a rock for the entire platoon, and we had to share the rock.
I know this one.
Veiled Grey, who said that, or
Is
what game is it
that-
from?
Soldier from TF2.
That is not Soldier from TF2, no.
It sounds like
Oh.
something he would say though.
Wait, no.
Don't know it.
Does anybody else want to wager a guess?
My points.
Haneru,
This is Advance Wars.
it is not Advance Wars, no.
Damn it.
Shell for Brains, last to buzz in, do you want to wager a guess?
Don't do it. Wait, Shell, just make sure, just your new personal challenge is to see how far into the negative you can go with literally the wildest guesses. I want you to go so far out of left field.
Shell for Brains, do you want to wager a guess?
Is Shell muted?
Shell die. Shell's
fuck, I
microphone
am
die.
muted.
Hey.
God damn it. Yeah, I'm gonna go Worms. The legendary
Worms?
multiplayer game Worms.
Ah,
Where you
okay,
just
very
shoot
good.
at
Yeah,
each other.
solid guess, great guess. That is incorrect. Wouldn't you believe it?
Damn.
Not a lot of complete sentences being thrown out in
Listen,
Worms.
If my negative beats the winner's positive, do I win?
You
I'm
can
here for
win. You can win your own award. How's that sound?
No, if
Yeah, fair
Hinata
enough.
is on board with that, I will also be on board.
I think it's
You
hilarious.
do not have to do that.
No, I'm here for this. This is the new
all right, all
challenge.
right.
The answer to this
Listen, I
question
will
is
still be trying.
Sergeant Johnson from Halo 2.
Ooh, I might check that.
A game
I would have been your daddy, but I'm dog beam you over the fence.
Yeah. A lot of good quotes from Sergeant Johnson, but I had to pick one, and I went with
That's fair. That's fair.
we had to share the rock. It just kills me every time. Nedu still control of the board. Pick a category.
Let's do fish on for 5 biggins.
Fish on for 5,000 gamers. You caught a bluefin tuna, a member of the scombraid. The bluefin tuna is the most common ingredient of tuna sashimi. It can swim up to a speed of 70 to 90 kilometers per hour and will suffocate if it stays in place.
Poor little guy.
Hanedu.
Given the tuna sashimi mention, I'm gonna go Dave the Diver.
That is correct. That is
What?
Dave the Diver.
Nice.
That was a guess.
And that was a good guess because it was correct.
The sashimi is what gave it away.
Fair.
It's funny because all of the rest of the fish are generally specific to that video game. That is the only one with a real world description of a real world fish.
That's amazing.
Incredible.
It's funny that you picked that
I've
one
never-
for. I
I've
just want to
never
set the
seen-
precedent that they are not all just real world
Gotcha,
descriptions
gotcha. I
of
would have
real world
assumed
fish.
that that's what Dave the Diver was. Otherwise,
Hanedu, pick a category.
Let's do old school for 5K.
Old school for 5,000. The Virtual Boy had 22 games released for it during its short lifespan. Name any of them.
Oh man, how specific are you asking?
I'm asking for a game title, a specific game title.
Damn it, I don't know the name of it.
Name me any of the 22 games that came out for the Virtual Boy.
Go,
Shell
go,
for
go.
brains.
I'm just gonna guess an older game. I'm gonna say Mega Man, but I feel like that's too like late. But-
Mega Man did not release for the Virtual
Fair enough.
Boy, no.
See,
Oh,
that's
boy.
the thing. Like, I know one of the games, but I don't know its title. I just know the main character.
Does anybody want to wager a guess?
I got nothing.
3, 2, 1. All right, no more answers.
What? You don't have a whole list of the? Wait, do you have a whole list of the games?
No, I have a cheat sheet.
I gotcha.
Beautiful.
I will
was
post it in the Getcha Game On channel. The 22
Nice.
games that came out for the Virtual Boy are 3D Tetris, Galactic Pinball,
I should
Golf,
have guessed
just
Tetris. You were
golf.
playing that earlier.
thank you for the hydrate, Mochi. I appreciate that. Inusmouth no Yakata, Jack Bros, Mario Clash, Mario's Tennis, Nestor's Funky Bowling, Panic Bomber, Red Alarm, SD Gundam Dimension Warrior or Dimension War,
Amazing.
that's specific.
Space Invaders Virtual Collection, Space Squash, Tele Roboxer, V Tetris, Vertical Force, Virtual Bowling, Virtual Boy Wario Land, Virtual
That was
Fishing,
what I was thinking of.
Virtual Lab, Virtual League Baseball, and Water World.
Based
Wow.
on the hit movie starring Kevin
couldn't,
Yes,
like, hold
yes.
on.
Yes, exactly that.
I love that movie.
So weird. The Virtual Boy had some weird games.
I was thinking of the
That
Warrior
is
one.
such
I
a
just didn't know the name.
weird. All right.
All right, no points on that
Chandler.
round. Hanedu still control the board.
Food stuffs, 5K. I'm getting the big ones out.
Food stuff, 5K. Getting the big ones out of the way. Gamers, tell me, what game is this from? Hanedu, quick with the buzzer.
This is the dating sim, the Kentucky Fried Lovin' one, but I don't know if that counts for the title because it's not. It's a finger licking something.
I will give
finger-licking
it.
dating
I will
sim.
give it to you because you did say the Kentucky Fried Chicken dating sim, which is correct. It is I Love You, Colonel Sanders.
That's the one.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah, I love you, Colonel Sanders. A Kentucky Fried, Kentucky Fried finger licking dating sim or something like that.
Yeah, it's a long title. I would have just
Amazing.
selected the KFC dating sim
absolutely
or
thought
I
that
love
was
you,
like
Colonel
a
Sanders.
trick.
No,
I
no.
know you said no trick questions, but I was staring at that. I was like,
Yeah.
I
No.
know exactly.
No, and the
Nope.
worst part, the company that made it is literally called PsyOp.
Yeah,
I love it.
It's absolutely just product placement.
it is. But boy, did it work, because the internet was talking about that shit forever.
I mean, they also made Colonel Sanders incredibly attractive.
They
in that
did.
game,
He is a gilf through and through in that game.
Oh yeah.
Oof.
They also made Hooked on You, a Dead by Daylight dating sim.
They did. They
Oh,
did make
yeah.
Hooked on You.
Right.
Hidetu, congratulations. Pick a category.
Old school for 1,000.
Old school for
Cool.
1,000. Gamers, tell me, in the NES classic Double Dragon 2, what is the difference between 2-player A and 2-player B? Hanedu,
The color of the karate gi.
that is incorrect.
Really?
Really? Shell for Brains,
The letters are different.
on a technicality you are correct, but you are incorrect. So I will not dock you points, but you did not get the correct answer, so I cannot give you points.
Wow, you're
Oh, come on,
actively
Dr.
undermining Shell's
am.
goal.
Yeah, if they want to be pedantic, I will also be pedantic.
All right, fine.
Vale Gray, do you want to wager a guess?
Let's see. Am I roughly halfway between them? Trying to keep in between them. Hold on.
A nice comfortable second place.
Yeah, no, I want to come. At this point, I either
I
want
think-
to get the top score or stay very comfortably in between.
I see.
I
see.
don't
I'm
know.
not gonna wager a guess.
I think
Alrighty. Does anybody
I
want
think
to wager a
to
guess
get
for no
beneath
points?
me, you'd have to be really, really bad. On multiple
no.
questions.
I either want the high, like the actual high score,
Mm-hmm.
or to stay like as equidistant as I can.
Excellent. Very good. All right.
Yeah,
So no
yeah.
no points on that round. The correct answer is 2-player A does not have friendly fire damage.
Interesting.
But why would 2-player be?
2-player B is a competitive co-op option for Double Dragon 2
Oh.
where you can attack your ally and deal damage. It is basically either a competitive or pro version of Double Dragon 2, where 2-player A does
Oh.
not have the 2 players being able to interact with each other.
Okay, I thought that I misread the question.
Yeah, a lot of old games, for whatever reason, they had two player modes, and one was friendly fire damage and one wasn't.
Neat.
No points that round. Hanedu still in control of the board. Pick a category.
Let's go foodstuff, 3,000.
Foodstuffs for 3,000. Gamers, can you tell me what foodstuffs this game is from? Shell for Brains.
Like my mind's blanking. Well, technically it is an Amori, I think. But I don't know if you'll count that.
Not the answer I'm looking for. I'm looking for this specific foodstuffs.
Fair enough.
Do either of the other two want to wager a guess?
I would only be able to guess the series, and I don't want to. try.
I will take
Nah,
a series guess.
I'm gonna
Hanedu.
go for broke. Fuck it. Yakuza.
It's not Yakuza, no.
Then I'm extremely glad I did not guess. Because that was also my guess.
No, it is not Yakuza. Alright, no points there. Oop. Pardon me while I accidentally move everything for Shell for Brains. As they enter the 5-digit score, but in the opposite direction.
Go.
Uh,
Go, Shell, I believe in you.
this
Thank you,
is
thank you.
a legitimate product placement in Final Fantasy 15.
I thought it was legitimate product placement in a different Japanese game series.
Nope. Final Fantasy 15 had a deal with Cup Noodle. One of the main boys, Gladio, loves Cup Noodle. It's his favorite food, and he gets an extra buff when he eats it.
Can you believe that they put all of the Sids in the fucking trading card thing, but they didn't put Sydney?
I know. It's unbelievable.
Wars.
How you mean Cup Noodle Lord? Yeah, exactly. No
I'm
points
still
that
mad
round.
at Portia
Hanedu
Font.
still in control of the board.
Fish
Quick
on
category.
1,000.
Fish on for 1,000. Gamers,
Fish.
you caught a sea bass. No, wait. It's at least a C plus. Shell for braids. Quick
That's
with the
fucking
buzzer
Animal
on that
Crossing.
one. That is Animal
That's-
Crossing.
I could quote that in my fucking sleep.
Anybody that played it for more than 5 minutes could. Every goddamn time.
Anytime anyone who's played Animal Crossing hears it, you caught a sea bass. It's just like a cacophony. It's at least a C plus. Just from just a hallway,
You know-
a full convention away. It's just the loudest you've ever heard. It's so funny.
You know that the fucking meme where I think it's Markiplier does like a jump punch at the camera?
Yeah,
That.
that. Exactly that. All right, Shuffle Braids, you got that one correct, so you get to pick a category.
I'm gonna go fish on for 2,000.
Fish on for 2,000. Gamers, you caught a lava eel. It can somehow survive in pools of red hot lava. Veiled Gray.
That would be Stardew Valley.
That is correct. That is
It
Stardew
is.
Valley.
It is.
I don't know why I just didn't expect Stardew to be in here.
I will not lie to you. It was actually surprisingly difficult to not only find games that have fishing mini games, but specifically games that have fishing mini games where they have descriptors of the fish you catch.
Fair.
Veiled Gray, you got that question right, so you are in control of the board. Go ahead and pick a category.
Let's do world geography for 1,000.
World Geography for 1,000. Gamers, tell me, what map is this from? Hanedu, quick with the buzzer.
World 1 of Super Mario Brothers 3.
That is correct. This is Grassland of Super Mario Bros. 3.
I feel like if it's one I know all the extraneous answer to it. If it's one I don't, I'm like, oh, purple?
Beige. My favorite. I
Generic
play.
game title 3.
Yeah, I play Super Mario Brothers 3 at least once a year.
That's because it's like the best game
It
ever.
is so fucking good. I either do it warpless or full warp whistle, and I try to do it as quickly as possible. It is my favorite 2D Mario of all time. Hanedu. Got that one
let's
right? Go ahead and pick category.
Let's do quote me on that for 4,000. I'm trying to jump around.
Quote me on that for 4,000. Gamers, tell me who said, "Nothing is more badass than treating a woman with respect."
I mean, it's true.
I love this quote so much.
But I don't know.
Does anyone want to take a guess?
Hang on, I'm trying to think of a funny answer.
All right.
Shall I believe?
Yeah. 3, 2. Shelf for brains.
All answers have escaped my brain. But I'm gonna say, the only characters that are coming to my brain are Final Fantasy characters, which
Do
makes
it.
it even funnier to me. I'm gonna say Grahatia sent this.
Yeah, good guess. Good guess. It is not Grahatia. Hanedu,
I
do
have
you
a
want to
guess.
wager a guess?
I think that it's Shadow the Hedgehog.
It is not
Oh,
Shadow the
That was a good
Hedgehog.
guess.
A fantastic
I wish it was
guess,
Shadow the Hedgehog.
but it is not. It is
I
not
feel
Shadow
like
the
this would be
Hedgehog.
more likely to be Sonic than Shadow the Hedgehog, you know? He would
No,
like
no,
put his
no,
hands on his
no.
hips and
Well, that's the thing is it could have been, but I feel like it would be something Shadow would say. Like he's just finished mowing down a cadre of henchmen with a machine gun. And he goes,
it's
"There
the
is nothing
yeah.
more." You know,
it's from the one game where Shadow had a gun.
Yeah, Shadow the
Exactly.
Hedgehog. the titular,
Yes.
the titularly named Shadow the Hedgehog.
he
Velgray,
wears
would you like to
soaps?
take a guess? It does wear soaps.
I got nothing. No,
Got
I don't
nothing.
even have a funny
Alrighty,
one.
no points on that one. Gamers, that is Mr. Torg from Borderlands 2.
God damn it! I knew
Oh.
that.
That's a game I need to play, I think.
I knew
Mr.
that
Torx
too.
from the DLC, Mr. Torx, badass creator of Badassitude.
Oh,
I
of
would've-
course.
Oh.
Wait, is that the guy who's like is kind of crazy and then falls in love with the lady?
No, that's
Oh.
that's the psycho.
Yeah.
I see.
Mr.
That's the only
Mr.
character
Torg-
I know from Borderlands.
Yeah, he's one of the weapons guys. He only shows up in
Yeah.
like your video calls and yells
Ah.
Yeah,
gibberish. at you 'cause
he-
he's also crazy.
explosions.
Very good.
Yeah. And you know,
So
so do I still get to pick?
You do. No points that
Old
round, so
school
you get to
for
pick.
3,000.
Old school for 3,000. Alrighty, gamers.
Mhm.
How many different Tetraminos are in the game Tetris? Hanedu.
There are 7.
That is correct. There are 7 Tetraminos.
Smash
For no
Boy is the
bonus
only
points,
one
but
that's
for
not
fun, do you
here.
want to name them?
Those names are actually not real.
It's true. It was a trick. That was the trick question.
So yeah. Unfortunately, as funny as it is to find the names of the original Tetraminos in a forgotten handbook, it's actually a hoax. And
Yep.
Smash Boy 07's my dude.
I call them all Steve.
That is fair. It is block, line, 2 S's, 2 J's, and T.
Yeah, they did have really funny names, but unfortunately, that was a hoax.
Good job on getting that one right, Hanedu. You get to pick
you.
the next category.
Fish on for 3,000.
Fish on for 3,000. You caught a red can, an empty red can. Perhaps it contains some chili con carne for chili dogs. Shell for brains.
Only because it says chili dogs, I'm saying Sonic, but I don't think that's right.
That is correct. This is Sonic
my God.
Frontiers.
That's what I
Oh
thought
no,
too.
Shell, you gained.
Damn it.
Shell for brains
thought it was Sonic
climbing. Yeah, that was Sonic Frontiers. Remember how I said it was tough to find not only fishing mini games, but also ones that had descriptions for the fish you catch?
I was thinking that it might have been web fishing, but it was the wrong kind of graphic style.
So fun fact, actually, I've had this cooking for a while. I started making this before web fishing came out.
Well,
So
then we
that's
know
what-
that number 4, the 4,000 one is not web
Definitely
fishing.
not web fishing. Yeah. Free hint. Free hint.
Solid.
Shell for brains, you got that one correct, so you get to pick the next
Oh,
category.
sick. I'm gonna go for World Geography 5,000.
World Geography 5,000. All right, gamers, tell me, what map is this? Shell for brains.
This is Slime Rancher.
That is correct. This is Rainbow Island from Slime Rancher 2.
Oh, it is the second one.
Nice.
I should stop getting these right. I'm only hurting my chances.
Come from behind to win.
The dark horse.
I don't know if that's possible at this point.
I believe in you.
The
I'm not
Dark
looking at
Horse
this.
Shell for brains. This was
I'll
one.
believe in you even if you don't believe in yourself.
This was one that
I
I put in
appreciate
here,
it.
and I was like, there
Right,
is
Kamina.
like a 5% chance that anyone actually gets
I
this
love
one.
Slime Rancher.
Yeah, you would. It sounds like
All
a very
right.
shell- No, it's a very shell-coded game.
It
Positive.
is.
I saw
Okay,
you were
okay.
playing Dredge today, and I'm very proud.
I
of
First,
you.
do-
thank
I
you for
like
the
it a
birthday
lot.
wishes. Appreciate you.
A perfectly
Also,
normal
hi,
fishing
Mythic.
game
Sorry I
that
didn't say
wears
hi.
buttons.
I'm trying to reach out at the
Mhm.
same time, but it's my brain
Hi,
is
chat.
splitting. Hello, chat room.
Hi, chat.
Hi.
They're also
chat.
guessing along. It's very fun.
Yeah,
Um,
I ended up closing the chats portion because
Mhm.
I finally brought back your tab, and I was like,
Yep.
oh.
Yeah, they're
How-
they're
how
guessing
good
along
is
as
chat
well.
doing?
not doing great.
They're on average. They're doing okay. They're getting some of them. They're
Don's
missing
good?
some of them.
No, they're
Donscrim is killing it. I think if he were here, he would have 10 million points, and we would all have like maybe 1,000.
Thank you,
points.
Godscrib. I appreciate you.
scraping things together.
Shell for brains. You got that one correct. You get to pick another category.
Let's do Fish On for 4,000 because I like
Fish on for 4,000. Closing out the category. Gamers, you caught the Guardian. The boss of the Samagawa restores all of one ally's SP. Shell for brains.
Is this from Monster Hunter?
This is not from Monster Hunter.
Okay.
No.
God.
Anybody else want to take a guess?
This is one of your weird fucking Tails games, isn't it?
This is a Nox Lumina special. But I will give you a free hint. It is not a Tales of game.
Okay, good.
So
Yeah,
3,
this
2, 1. No points that round. This is Persona 4 Golden.
Ah.
I should have guessed.
you should have.
Should have
I
guessed.
should have guessed.
Should have thrown it
I
out.
would have actually gotten it because I played VP for G. I was like, why does this sound so familiar? And then I was only gonna guess Persona, but I would
I would have asked for a more specific Persona.
I would have ended up having to say P4G anyway because it's
Yep.
the only one I played.
I had a feeling that it was a not special specifically. It's like it restores an ally's SP,
Yep.
and it being used in an ally means it's a
Uh.
turn-based combat game that has
Yep.
multiple
That's
characters.
true.
Yep.
Yeah,
being
That was the
SP.
Nox Limited special on this one.
I couldn't remember
Shell for
if
brains. Oh, go
P4G
ahead.
had SP.
Yep. All
Moji's gonna
the
be so disappointed in me.
That's all right. Yeah, under pressure, you miss a couple of questions here and there, ones that you think are pretty obvious. It's the glitz and the glam, the lights
Mm.
bearing down on you.
It's true. It's true.
Shell for brains. Nobody got that one right, so you're still in control of the board. Go ahead and pick a category.
Let's go easy. Foodstuffs for 1,000.
Foodstuffs for 1,000. All right, gamers, buzzers ready. Tell me, what game is this foodstuffs from? Oh, that's Mario.
That's
When
Mario.
when the cursor disappears, it counts as a next slide instead of the one I'm hovering over.
Amazing.
Aw.
What is this foodstuffs from? Bill Gray.
As from
Oh,
Portal.
That is correct. That is from Portal.
cake.
Cake.
The
Not
cake is a lie.
Good game.
No.
Fantastic game.
Super good game.
Fucking amazing game.
You'll notice that the picture was photo edited slightly. I cropped out the portal gun.
Yeah, but you could see the companion cube in the
You could see the
background.
companion cube, but I didn't want to overcrop the picture to make it look super janky and weird, so I decided to leave one of them. And I figured companion cube was a little bit more off into the distance, and not draw the eye as much.
That's what gave it to me, but I wasn't fast enough.
Veil Gray, you got that one right. You're in control of the board. Go ahead and pick a category.
Let's do quote me on that for 1,000 and finish out the 1,000.
Quote me on that for 1,000. All right, gamers, who said this? Stay a while and listen. Hanedu.
Jesus, no.
Fuck, that's from Diablo, and I'm blanking on the character. He was in Tristram. I was the old fucker. What is his name? Hold on. Give me like half a second, because this is I'm digging back to 1999 here.
We're digging into the archives on this one.
It's one of those, like, I know everything else about it, the fucking Herodric Cube and
Mhm.
D2 and
Mm-hmm.
and all that, but I'm blanking on his fucking name. And it is a two-part name, I know that.
Mm-hmm. If it makes you feel any better, you named the game, which is all you needed to do for points. So
Okay, well, I'll take the points, but it's bugging me, because I'm gonna go, yeah, him.
do you want to take a crack at the name? You got anything?
No, I am straight up blank on his name.
You want a hint?
Sure.
It starts with a D.
Deckard Cain.
That is correct. It is Deckard Cain from Diablo 2.
I literally
We
knew that
got
it was
there.
something with his last name had 4 letters. His first name had either 6 or 7.
Stay a while and listen.
This is what my brain is like. It's like standing in a fish pond, and I can see the fish,
Right.
and I can reach out and I can touch it, and I got the gist of it, but I couldn't quite grab it.
Yeah, I can't quite grab the fish out of the koi pond. All right, Nedu, that correct answer gets you control of the board. Go ahead and pick a category.
Let's do world geography for 4K.
World geography for 4,000 gamers. Tell me, where is this? Hanedu.
I'm gonna say that this is from Red Dead, but it's not from Red Dead Redemption. It's from Red Dead Revolver.
Is not Red Dead Revolver.
Oh well.
Does anybody else want to take a guess?
I've got nothing.
Seeing a lot of blank stares. Shell for brains.
I'm gonna buzz it and say it is Red Dead 2.
That is correct. It is Red Dead Redemption 2.
Wait, really?
That is
Damn it.
correct.
That doesn't look, but it doesn't look like.
It's the full
But
map
it's not
zoomed
the right
out.
color.
It's not the right color. No, it is
Oh,
blanche white.
That's why.
It's not. It's not.
Nope.
I fully thought that was incorrect.
Nope,
See,
that
I
is
was like,
the-
I've seen the Red Dead
Jealous.
Redemption 2 one, and that wasn't it.
Shell consistently undermining the goal.
God damn it! I'm so mad at myself for that because like
Just
I
can't
thought I
help
was
myself.
clever.
Shell
Nope.
can't
I
win- can't
purposefully
win
grabbed the blanche white one instead of the because the blanche
That's
white
so
one is
mean.
a table prop in the game. It's not actually the map that you open, which is like an off
That
yellow.
explains it.
Ah,
Mhm.
gotcha.
Yeah, that's why I was like, okay, it's a picture of one of the later game ones, but the later game ones were or the games that came out first were sequels. Yada yada yada. That was my logic.
Shell for brains, you got that one right. Go ahead and pick category.
I'm gonna beat Knox
Poor
at that.
Shell.
Let's do old school 4000.
Old school 4000 sounds good. Gamers, in Sonic 2 for the Sega Genesis, what now signature move was fully implemented for the blue blur? Hanedu.
Down and holding the thing to do the spin.
That is correct. It is the spin dash. Just down and mash or hold B.
Mm.
Yeah.
A lot of people think that Sonic started with that move, but he did not. Sonic 1, you could not spin dash.
Nope, it was Sonic 2.
Sonic 2. Yeah, fuck, Tails taught him that. All right, Nedu, for getting that one right, you get control of the board.
Let's finish off old school with the 2000.
Old school for
Boy.
2000. Gamers, tell
Right,
me,
that way.
in Super Mario Bros. 3, how many warp whistles are in the game? Shell for brains.
10.
That is incorrect. There are not
I've
10.
never played this game.
There are not 10.
I don't even know what a warp whistle is.
I don't.
I think it's three
Context
total.
clues. Hanedu, you want to take a guess?
I think it's 3.
3? That is correct. It is
way
3.
less than I thought.
Yes.
Yeah, because they don't take you to the next world; they take you to specific ones. So, like,
Yeah,
if
that
you
is
use it in
correct.
World 1, it takes you to World 3.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the
think.
groupings
I'm
are
gonna
world
take you
1,
off.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or it's 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8 is by itself, or some combination of that. I don't actually fully remember.
Yeah.
But there are 3 of them. Actually, it's funny because the longest game of Mario you can play involves you playing World 5 and 6 3 times. Because it just because you it warps to 2, 3, and 4. 2 and 3, 4 and 5, and then 6, 7, and then 8 is by itself, and you loop back and play 5 and 6 because of the way that the warp whistle works in the last zone. So you just play
that's-
those 2
that's
worlds
wrong
over
warping,
and over
isn't it?
again. Yeah, it's how you play the longest game of Mario 3. It's very funny.
Well, wrong warping is funny.
Nedu, for getting that one right, you continue control the board. Go ahead and pick a category.
Let's do World Geography 2000 to finish that off.
World Geography 2000. Gamers, tell me, where is this? Veiled Gray.
That is BG3.
That is correct. That is the wilderness from Baldur's Gate 3.
I would have gotten that
Yeah.
wrong.
I saw
would've too.
the little circle,
Mm-hmm.
a little druid circle area, and I was like, that, yes. And then I saw Goblin Camp, and I was like, ah, yes, okay, we're good.
That one I found weird because very rarely do you ever see the full wilderness map completely zoomed out. You ever only get chunks of it.
Yeah. That's what got
I
me.
pulled it up at one point to show something to a friend,
Mhm.
which is probably the only reason I recognize it.
I thought it was
Alright.
a World of Warcraft battle map.
I did have a moment where I was like, "What?"
Yeah, that one's tricky because it's just so densely packed. Veiled Gray, for that correct answer, you gain control of the board. Go ahead and pick a category.
Let's do foodstuffs for 2000 to finish out the 2000s.
Foodstuffs for 2000. Gamers, tell me, where's this foodstuffs from?
It looks delicious.
It looks.
Hanedu, wagering a guess.
I feel like that's the Castlevania one.
That is correct. That is Castlevania.
That's wall chicken.
The titular wall chicken.
Mhm.
I did not mean to buzz.
For those walls where you know there are indeed chicken.
Shell's like, well, I'm not going to be left out.
Gotta get
I
in
want
on
to hit
that,
my
you know?
buzzer too. The wall chicken, I always remembered it being a whole chicken, but the Castlevania one is just a hunk of meat.
Yeah, it's just a shank.
Just
Let's do quote me on that for 5,000 though.
Delicious lamb shank. 5,000, quote me on that. Gamers, tell me who said, grass grows, birds fly, sun shines, and brother, I hurt people. Hanedu.
As Scout from TF2.
That is the scout from TF2.
And brother, I hurt
Brother?
people.
I hurt people. One of my favorite meat does. If he was from where I was from, you'd be fucking dead.
Should have just said a pyro quote for 5,000.
Incoherent, muffled noise. Fucking Kenny from South Park all over again. Hanedu, pick a category.
Let's do the last quote me on that for 3,000.
Quote me on that for 3,000. Gamers, who said, it's a nice gun, I'll give you that, but the engravings give you no tactical advantage whatsoever. Hanedu.
That was Naked Snake talking to Revolver Ocelot in the beginning part of Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater while he's holding Ava hostage.
That is correct. There is a second answer for this. I would have also accepted Revolver Ocelot saying it to a recruit in Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain.
I really wanted that to be such a specific answer, and then you just to be like, no.
You're wrong.
No, but I recently replayed that, so I know it specifically because he starts off with a Makarov. I'm done. I'm gonna stop. I don't need to.
Just start deep diving into Metal Gear Solid for just
It
6
is
hours.
the campiest video game ever.
It's
It is
so
the
fucking
second most
awesome.
homoerotic game I've ever played.
It's
Damn, I need
so
to play that.
awesome.
You should though. It's actually super homoerotic.
It is.
Fantastic. That's what I look for in all my video games, really.
Listen. I
And you know it's gonna be a good sentence when it starts with listen.
I was watching another streamer play it, and it was the first Metal Gear game she had ever played. And she gets to the part where Revolver Ocelot comes out, and she's like, "That man waxes his face so he can eat ass better."
That's such a wild and completely
you know
correct
what?
thing
Oh
to
my
say
God.
out loud. Holy shit. I want to say that's out of pocket, but that's completely correct. It's just wild to say it out loud with your word mouth. Thank you, Johnny.
So,
Appreciate
Shell, if you
you.
want a game to play,
Yeah.
I'll add it to the list.
All right, gamers. Final category for today is foodstuffs for 4,000. Tell me, what foodstuffs is this game from? Veiled Gray, quick with the buzzer.
Jesus fast.
Okay, I know. I was gonna do it specifically to answer wrong, which may still happen. Is that from Monster Hunter World?
That is correct.
Cat made that. My cat made that, and he made it so good.
They made it so good. It's so delicious. There's a million and one screenshots I could have picked from Monster Hunter for their food, because every time I eat in that game, I'm just like, damn it, I am so real world hungry now. I can't believe it.
I just want to point out that if I'd answered that incorrectly, I would have been really close to like the midpoint of
Mhm.
nice. That's the only reason I clicked so.
Fair.
You buzzed in with the speed of lightning.
You were ready for literally any answer.
Yeah.
Good,
Yeah,
bad,
no, I
good,
ugly.
was.
bad,
I
and it
really
was-
was.
it just so
Literally, as
happened to
soon
be
as the
something you
picture
knew.
appeared on screen, I clicked.
Alrighty, and that's the end of Getcha Game On. Congratulations to Nedu, who's
Amazing.
our winner today with 34,000 points.
I mean,
Yay!
Do you announce the rest of the
amazing.
points just for funsies?
Veiled Gray coming in very solid second place with 24,000 points. Yay!
Let's go.
And
was
Shelf
Final
Brains bringing up the rear of the pack with their best effort with minus 8,000 points. And anything for the gift subs, I appreciate you upgrading
you get
5
the prize
lucky
because I
people
won.
to upgrading 5 people to being a premium knight. Appreciate you. Thank you. Also, new alert. I love that.
I really appreciate Shell's dedication to trying to go into the deep negatives and not. And then just
Listen,
getting really-
me trying actually I think made it worse. I think I went closer to positive.
You did.
From-
You almost hit 0. I think if you had been a little faster on the buzzer, you'd have I dare say been in positive points.
It's true.
Damn. That's unfortunate.
Amazing.
I'm kind of surprised there were no Earthbound.
I thought
trivia
about
in
it.
here.
I thought about it. There was 2 Earthbound questions, one on each board, and I ended up cutting them because there's no visual aid that existed for them.
Oh,
Oh
gotcha.
no.
Yeah. One for the world geography and one for one on the one of the last ones on the board that wasn't tuned in. I thought about doing Earthbound music for tuned in, but I decided to keep it in like very
That's
popular
fair.
genres of games.
Every time you played a song, I was like, "Is this Earthboundy?" No, not really.
You should play some of the Power Rangers SNES OST.
I will. I'll
Ooh,
look it
okay.
up.
It's
Mythic,
so
I
fucking good.
I know that it's nitpicky, but it is an asset from that game. It's not actually the map you open, but it is an asset from Red Dead 2 because I got it from the official wiki. And if it's not there
I mean, I
anymore,
think
then
that's
I don't know what to fucking tell you. But yeah, congratulations everybody. Did you guys have fun? Did you enjoy Get Your Game
This was
On?
great.
That was
This was fantastic.
I did better than I thought I would do.
Yeah, I want you to know that all of you, when I asked you to play this game, all of you individually said that you were 100% guaranteed to get last place.
Yeah, okay, but only one of us was right, weren't we?
It's true. It's true.
One of us would have
The
had to have been
true
right. That's
winner.
how
One
this
of
works.
you, yeah, one of you was guaranteed to be correct. I just thought it was funny that all 3 of you were like, I'm gonna be dead last, guaranteed, and I'm like, that's hilarious that all of you would say that.
Mm.
Yeah,
I
well,
feel
first,
like
thank you for the 100
some-
biddies.
Some people maybe said that because of like self-esteem issues.
Yeah, probably.
I don't
Knowing
have
this group,
those.
yeah.
I just know the facts.
I don't know if you're right there.
Yeah.
I just said that I would probably be terrible because I have a roughly 50% chance of being terrible at it. And the other 50% chance is
That's
my
fair.
brain throwing out random facts like
I mean, it does
Game.
depend also on the game's because listen,
True.
if this was all Sims trivia, oh, I'd have it in the
And I would have known none of it.
Yeah. I
Nog
wanted.
secretly gears this specifically for
Yeah.
Shell.
Yeah. It's,
Yeah, the
Just
next
secretly,
one. The next
yeah.
one.
It's
I'll
just
slip
a-
you 20, Nox, and you could just,
hell yeah.
just add some.
I literally just gave him 5 gift subs. Come on, step it up.
You slip me a 20, it just has a sim face on it, and I'm like, is this a fake 20 from The Sims? And you're like, you can keep the change.
Don't spend it all in one
Yeah,
place.
don't spend it all in one
Nox,
place.
I will give you Gil in Final Fantasy.
Yeah. Dude, I
Oh,
honestly,
shit.
I'd
I
take
can't-
it. I need it so
I can't
bad.
beat that.
I
don't have
burned
any of
through
that.
that
Real
shit.
money.
Ooh, all good things. All good things. I'm glad that you
Oh,
all
got
had
me
fun. This is all I had planned for this section. So thank you all for
That's
joining me. I
nice.
appreciate all of you for playing along.
Thanks for making this. This was sick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
that was
probably-
This was really
Thank you.
good.
I'll probably make more of these since reception seems to be pretty good.
Hell yeah.
I'll probably end up tailoring it a little bit so we get less blank stares with like
No,
preset contestants,
The
but
blank stares are exactly the Jeopardy experience.
that is
I feel
true.
like that's part of it. You do have to have some like difficult ones that people may not know.
Oh, I wouldn't say
you
they
know?
wouldn't be
That's part of it.
difficult. I just said maybe a few less blank stares. They'll still
Ah,
exist.
gotcha.
I could do. I
think that we
love.
did pretty.
You guys did
Yeah, I think we
actually
did
very
pretty well overall.
quite good.
Very, very quite good.
Very
You should,
quite good.
You should get the actual Jeopardy like countdown sound, so we have to listen to it every time. And also daily double because I think that's very important.
Okay. I will keep that in mind. I was also going to do success and fail sounds, but I ended up not being able to get them ready in time.
That's okay.
Thought
Next
about
time.
it too late. Next time. I'll get the stream deck all set up and ready to roll.
Yeah, I think you did a good job. I think the amount of blank stares is pretty good, and yeah.
I feel like I tried to do a pretty good mix. There was the one Nox Lumina 0 question in each category. I just had to sneak those in there. Those ones were for me specifically.
Still absolutely
good.
salty that I stared at Samigawa for like an eternity, and my brain was just something in my brain was just ringing bells, and I was like, I can't.
I don't know what this could be. Alrighty, well, you all have a wonderful day. That's all I've got for you. You're free to scatter
Thank
off into
you.
your corners. Thanks
you.
again for participating, and hope you guys have a good night.
Yeah, happy
Bye-bye.
birthday.
Thank you. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Fly, you fools.
Fly, you fools.
Bye.
Bye. Alrighty, chat room. That was fun. Oh, hold on. My camera's the wrong way. There we go. That was fun. Who even was that? Some strangers just showed up in my Discord and wanted to play trivia. I mean, I'm not complaining. I love trivia, but